What's up, YouTube? So when I first started this channel, I was influenced by a lot of YouTube personalities. Kev Jumba was an Asian vlogger who specialized in comedy, and he was at the top of the list probably since YouTube started. And he was always, he got to the top where he was #1 in the comedy field. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to try it out. I'm Asian, he's Asian, I can do it. And so that's how I started my channel, after watching him and a few others for a few years. And I did I thought really hard, because I thought that the name was really, really important. And I ended up coming up with like the lamest name ever, WillYouLaugh, which was pretty much a play on my first name, Will, and something to do with comedy. Turned out to be the stupidest username ever, because it's like, whenever I log into a League of Legends game, and by the way, I have the same League of Legends username, WillYouLaugh, I just get, the same response all the time. Ha ha ha, I'm not gonna laugh. Or, yeah, I'm not gonna laugh. Or, I don't know, will I laugh? Or something stupid like that. And they're always like, I bet you never heard that one before. And I'm like, no, I've heard that 1,000 times. And it's almost always the same. It's like, that's not funny. It's really strange how people's minds work. I guess, they think they're unique when they're not. But anyhow, I have that username, and as you can tell, I started out as a sort of entertainment channel, a little bit of comedy, and ultimately I've sort of veered towards vlogs, and to what it is now is sort of self-help, self-improvement channel. It's quite serious in my opinion. It talks about a lot of stuff from dating to science, philosophy, business, money, and so forth. And I've created a few channels branching off of that. A gaming channel, a manga review channel, and a book review channel. But ultimately, I want to bring it back to comedy. At least, here's my attempt at it. So I decided to do this video uncut, first take, and just let it flow. Improv comedy off the top of my head. And I guess I want to start with a little something regarding me and being funny. Recently I've been asked a lot, are you funny? Like, do you think you're funny? And more so, I've been, given a lot of remarks 99% of the time from dudes that, hey, you're actually kind of funny. You're hilarious, dude. And honestly, at first I was just like, yeah, no. And then after quite a few people, I'm like, maybe I have something here. And no, I'm not gonna rush off, become a stand-up comedian, and not get paid a cent because no one thinks I'm funny, and then end up burning in flames. No. But I do think that being funny is a very useful skill. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty darn sure at this point that making a girl laugh and having at least some humor rather than being that rock solid serious person helps a lot. I guarantee you. Obviously there's that other extreme of being that super funny clown that she only looks at as that, friend-zoned entertainer person, or that, clapping, dancing monkey on the street. But I'm not gonna lie, humor helps when you're comparing that to that serious guy who is never funny. Can you get a girl if you're always serious? You can, for sure. Just look at Dan Bilzerian. When's the first time he's ever been truly funny? Not that much, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, he's a great guy, I guess, from what I can tell. That's subjective, but, I don't think he's that funny. But, for me, it's always been like, I guess I'm awkward funny. That's what I always answer as. I'm never intentionally funny, but it always is something that I do that's either weird or bizarre or unique. And, rather than just like hide it or be embarrassed or shy like most people, which I used to do, lately over years I've just been like, I'm going to embrace it. I'm going to like rock it out. I'm going to be proud of it. So like, it always happens from high school to middle school to elementary school. You know, I remember one time I walked into a school band rocking snow pants. We were supposed to wear black and white for our concert, and I came in wearing snow pants. And this stuff always happens. You don't understand. It was my life for various reasons, socioeconomic reasons. We didn't, you know, on the last day of the concert, we realized, heck, I don't have dress pants. Closest thing we found was black snow pants, so I rocked that stuff when I went to a concert. And you know, it's hard to deal with. You know, you'll get laughed at, you'll made fun of, but when you rock it, you know, it just puts a smile on your face and other people's face. I remember another time. Again, I had to wear dress pants. Came in wearing tuxedo pants. Everyone else had, you know, the standard, normal black pants with the belt seams that your belt goes. I don't know what it's called. It's like the latches for the belt. I actually have the pants here to show you guys. I rocked these hard, and you know, it's one of those things that you really have to like. You just have to like, I guess, cry yourself to sleep and then never cry again. Just be like, okay, they're gonna make fun of me, I'm gonna rock it, you know. And this is what I wore. I hope you guys can see. It was this sort of stuff, and that's just like the cusp of what I sort of do. And I rock it, like, and honestly, I think I've been inspiring others to do it, and I've seen others who don't even know me do it too, and it's just awesome. Like, I'll be seeing, like, there's this one kid back in high school. He used to rock it as hard as me. He would go to classes using a rolly backpack, and he would be really, really, like, proud of it. And it'd just be like that thing. It's like everyone, like, I'm talking 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 people at our public school had actual backpacks on. He was the only guy with a rolly backpack, and on top of that, he looked really nerdy. He was very, very smart. He was Asian, and the way he talked and the classes he took, it was just like overboard. Like, he literally talked very intellectually, and his voice was kind of high up, and it wasn't an act, guys. It wasn't an act. He was literally like, so when you take that square root of that symbol and you know, cube it and then add that digit, you actually forgot that number and you miscalculated that. So you want to redo that, and you know, that sort of stuff, correcting the teacher. And so, you know, he was one grade level younger than me, and I was like, just doing my thing, and I saw this guy and I was like, wow, I'm glad this is going on, you know. He's rocking it, I'm rocking it, and you know, there's a lot of stuff I did as a kid too, and it was just that thing where, you know, I was oftentimes placed in naturally unique, bizarre situations that put spotlights on me. Like, for instance, we had a lacrosse team at our school. And it's a long story, but long story short, I decided to try out for the team. I was the only Asian guy. I had glasses. The rest of the team, those 50, 60 people, were all white. They were all muscular. And I was just like, I'm going to rock it. And what I had to do, because I didn't have any equipment and it was expensive, so I borrowed a stick. And it wasn't a normal stick. It was like it looked like a female stick. And it was a very feminine stick, but it was legally a legal male stick. It was just like one of the 1990s sticks. So long story short, for, you know, various reasons, I borrowed this stick from someone, a teacher in fact. I ended up carrying it around every day for, you know, for school, and it was just like, that's just what I am. And I got a lot of looks and stares, and the reason I carried it around me was because I had to practice after school against the wall every day to get better. I would practice like an hour every day, and the thing was, I didn't have anywhere to put it. It wouldn't fit my locker. I didn't trust anyone and just like hold it in someone's office. I eventually did, But you know, for a month or two, I carried it around from class to class. And at first it was like I was scared to death. I was anxious. I was, you know, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, everyone's looking at me, they're making fun of me, and I just keep, you know, just pretend I didn't notice. Then after the first month, I was like, I wasn't really showing off, but I was like walking around like, hey, look at this. I'm a tough guy playing lacrosse. Check me out. Not really, but you know, I almost wanted to, and by the time people started offering me to, like, you know, keep it, you know, teachers offered to like let me keep it in their office, I was a little hesitant because I like sort of carrying it around. But ultimately, you know, that's the sort of person I am. So I guess I'm awkward funny, but then I learned through a lot of interactions that, hey, I'm actually quite funny. And what I realized was that when I get really comfortable with people and I'm talking back to someone, and it's usually guys, but when usually when I start opening up with people and they're naturally friendly and warm to me, and this happened numerous times, it just comes out, you know. I say something really funny based on what they say, and it just, you know, goes from there. For instance, the other day I was like, I was talking to this guy and he was going on and on about video games, and I was just like, you know, I wonder what girls do when we're playing video games all the time. I mean, myself, I've spent tens, if not hundreds of thousands of hours on video games, manga, movies. What do girls do in all this time? And obviously, you know, we got that serious answer. Well, they go shopping, they check out girly websites, they do social media, they take selfies, they do fashion, hang out with friends, blah, 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 blah. But then I was like, you know, what do they do? And a girl responded something like, oh, well, we watch movies too. And she was going on and on earlier about Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. And I'm just like, Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. No guy would ever watch that. Like, that is just the most bizarre thing ever. If there was ever a guy version of that, it just would not work out. Like, think about it. Brotherhood of the Traveling Pants. Like, for a guy, it just wouldn't make sense. Like, trying to explain that movie to a guy is just like, you're going to share a pair of pants between 4 dudes. Are you kidding me? And then you're going to establish some like friendship over mailing a pair of clothing between four brothers. The Brotherhood of the Traveling Pants. It doesn't work out. It's funny though. But yeah, that's my short story on being funny. I guess I do have to work on it. I think it's something that's from what I've seen very, very useful for just you know, meeting, attracting, or just getting to know girls. Like, humor is a huge icebreaker, and without it, you know, I'm a very serious person with a lot of awkward silences in between, and then just a lot of questions and statements about stuff like nice. You like volleyball? I don't really play volleyball or do anything like that, but you know, it's a nice thing. Anyhow, that's all I gotta say. As always, like, favorite, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.